drive this car, you know, a few thousand miles. So today is the first leg of 3. I'm going to break it into 3 different days. We are going to first, once leaving Ohio, we're going to do an overnight in Topeka, Kansas, which is a little under 11 hours, maybe 10 and a half. But of course with stops, probably about 11. Then we're going to make our way to somewhere in southern Colorado. I'm not really sure where for the second night. And then we will end up in Cortez after only a few hours on the 3rd day. And that's the plan as of now. It's kind of TBD. But that's the fun of road trips, you know, big long road trips like this is having the unknown. They're all kind of one big unknown. You never really know what kind of adventures lie ahead. That's the fun of it. That's the thrill of it. Especially when driving a 21-year-old Porsche that you just took the engine out of across the country. And, you know, again, you never really know what kind of fun things lie ahead. Fortunately, crossing my fingers, I think in the 1,500 miles of driving since having the engine out, that we have vetted out all of the issues that we could and would have. And I actually did a recent oil analysis on it of the first 1,500 miles after driving the car. Came back cherry, very consistent with what the previous oil analysis to what the previous results were for the oil analyses. So we know that internally, the engine's still operating just fine, and we know that based on what I didn't see in my oil filter after that change, that the new timing chain guides are looking good, and they're not coming apart in any way, which is very nice to know. So, all of that being said, I think the car is in a good spot to go ahead and, you know, drive it a few thousand miles. So let's do it. We've got about 2 more hours left until we hit western Topeka, and then we'll be stopping for the night there. Okay, hello Funhead fans, here we are, start of day 2. Just took off from Topeka, which is inside of the Kansas-Missouri border by almost an hour probably. And I still have about 350 miles of Kansas to go before we are at the Kansas-Colorado border. And as you can see, I'm holding my camera now. For some reason, my windshield mount was not doing so well yesterday for selfie mode. I apologize big time for the shaky footage. That was not so So, start of day 3. We're going to end up in Cortez today, which is pretty awesome. We've got about a 2-hour and 45-minute drive from where I am now in South Fork, Colorado, to end up in Cortez. First things first, it's really weird to be in a place that's such high elevation. This town that I'm in is 8,200 feet, and my town back home is, or like Central Ohio in general, is about 900 feet of elevation. So this is pretty nuts. The car definitely runs a lot different at this elevation, being so thin up here. You know, that's to be expected with a naturally aspirated car at this elevation. So anyway, time to just keep on keeping on. I think I'm going to do a sweet time lapse of some of these mountain roads, so please enjoy. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed those few time lapses there of those pretty freaking awesome mountain passes. It's just absolutely beautiful country out here. Definitely would recommend getting out in this area if you have the chance. Southwestern Colorado, it's where it's at. Yeah, the moment I took off west of South Fork, it just got absolutely amazing. Went through some beautiful, beautiful mountain passes, and the roads are super fun too, so definitely get out there and check those out when you get a chance. Anyway, we're pulling into Cortez now. We're about 8 miles from it. So, you know, I think maybe it's too close to call, but I think we made it. Actually, we just ticked over 1,500 miles on the trip since I left my house in Central Ohio. And the 911 has done great so far. I'm freaking psyched. It's done everything I've asked of it in spades. I mean, this car, that's just a total testament to how well Porsche builds their cars. You know, a 21-year-old Porsche 911 with almost 106,000 miles on it, and this thing, you know, drives no problem across the country. And it's a great little road tripper too. I freaking love this thing. So anyway, I think I'm gonna call it at that for now. That'll be like a part 1 of this road trip. I'm gonna feature some more really cool roads and mountain passes and everything going forward. But that's gonna be it for now. Just the journey out west. Thanks so much for watching Fun Ahead TV, and I will talk to you guys next time.